Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, Jamie Stewart. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm all right, mate. I'm good.
Thanks for coming on, mate.
No, it's a pleasure.
Your hat looks so long in the video.
Sorry, that better?
Oh, mate, you can wear your hat if you want. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's all started a bit late for you, isn't it? So what were you doing sort of before boxing?
To be fair, I'm going to be very honest. I've already said it on live TV now anyway that many times that I was quite a naughty boy, getting in and out of trouble with the police, in and out of jail. And boxing is the one thing that actually drew me away from that kind of lifestyle. So it was no intentions on turning over pro. It was just I was having a fight and I was feeling meant for a few months after. So I'd train and then do the next one. And it was just keeping my mind occupied of staying away from the people that I was knocking about with before. I
Do you
gained new friends by joining the gym.
do you not see the old friends anymore at all then, or
I've got lads that I've grown up with everywhere,
yeah?
like who I'm close with that I still see. But the lads that I was getting in trouble with and that I don't really have much to do with them now, no.
Well, hats off to you, mate. Takes a lot for to say that sort of thing and to make a difference in your life and change stuff around because a lot of people don't. They still struggle, don't they? And
Yeah, they do. And I get a lot of people messaging me asking me for advice and that. And I just tell them everything I did. And it's all I can really do. It's down to them once I've told them.
yeah, no, honestly, top bloke, Jamie. That takes a lot of guts, mate. And to then turn your hand to an amateur career. How did you get on at the amateurs?
I didn't have any amateurs.
So you literally went straight in.
I had 9 white collar fights and then I
No
just
way.
turned over.
See, that was literally, well, I suppose that's kind of your amateur career then, was the white collars.
Yeah.
So how did you get on with the
And
white collars?
I love the white collars because the short rounds aren't they? Like, it's only, I was the EBF champion round here in Stoke. So I was getting 4 rounds instead of the 3. But it was just a tear up. And I loved it about it that I don't actually fight like that no more. I think sometimes I need to, like, but yeah, it was meant.
So what's your so if someone wanted to do white collar, I've only done one and I got a draw. So I'm doing another one later this year. But I loved it, the buzz and everything. You know, everyone being there, your family, and just the buzz of it all. It's great. But what advice would you give to someone? Would you say white collar's a good thing to get into to give you a sort of taste of boxing?
Well, in the amateurs, you have to do so many months of just training, getting used to the stuff. Where white collar, you train for 8 weeks and then you fight. Some people join the amateurs sometimes thinking that they're gonna fight, and then they don't fight for like say 1 or 2 years. So if you're looking to try it out, and I say yeah, definitely. Like at the minute, I think this past month gone, how many white collars have you seen on live television like coming and turning around in the big game, and
Mm.
they're doing sounds like Lennox Clark won the British and Commonwealth. So yeah, definitely 100%. If you feel like you want to try it out, I'd definitely try it out.
How many did you win, Jamie? How many white
Uh,
collars did you win?
I lost one, I
Okay,
drew two, and then I won the rest.
that's all right then.
I lost my first one. I didn't have no training for my first one. I heard that they were just wanting to pay someone 150 quid just to step in, and I just thought that was on the Saturday, and on the Friday I went in the gym and said, "Oh, I'll take that spot." And then
Easy
after that,
money.
like yeah, after that I never left.
Blimey, mate. So now you're at pro level. You've been in the pro game for 2 years. You've had 5 fights. Is it two wins, 2 losses, 1 draw?
Yeah.
But how did you kind of so you went sort of white collar straight into pros? That's a
Well,
that's a quite change,
while I
isn't it?
was still fighting white collar, I was still sparring all the pro lads at my gym anyway.
Okay.
So I was always learning every time, like after every white collar fight, I'd always have something different in because of the sparring with the pro lads, and it just kind of brought me on. And then the guy I lost to, my first white collar fight, I beat him the second time round with uppercut in the third round, and he turned pro after that. And I thought, well, if he's turning pro and I beat him, I'm pretty sure I could. And it just happened, really.
You make it sound like it's just some sort of casual thing.
Oh, it weren't kind. I had all these. Like, I think it took me almost a year to get my license because
Yeah,
of obviously going through all the background and my past, and then stuff like obviously I stuff with mental health when I was like 16, so I had to go see psychiatrists and everything. So it cost me a lot, and but it was worth it in the end, obviously, because of how it's turned out.
yeah, yeah. And you obviously won your first two fights, and
Yeah, the losses, I don't even see them as losses. They're lessons because the losses that I've got to, the lads that I've lost to were actually well off amateurs and they've done a lot. So even then, I'm still learning from them.
yeah.
Like Elliot Whale, I lost to Elliot Whale. George Davey, I don't think I lost to George Davey. I'm pretty sure I got robbed on that. But it is what it is, and live and learn.
But yeah, talking at a fight that sort of put Jamie Stewart on the map. You know where I'm going. Uh,
Yeah.
is the Florian Marku fight, which a lot of people looked at it in different ways, should we say? Florian
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, sort of give us the breakdown of how you saw it, because we obviously spoke just before we came on, but you know he got
Obviously,
the
he put me
knockdown, didn't
down, and he scored the knockdown in the second to the body. That punch didn't hurt. It was more of the fact is I knew that if you look at his last fights, he's knocking guys out left, right, and center. So it was more of a like a I just tensed up and thought, a late flow. And then after I thought, is that it?
he?
So I got up and then continued it out. But I'm actually made of steel that way. Like I don't go down in the gym by headshots, or I've been down a few times with body shots. Like, but I'm a man of steel. Like I'm, I spar at the moment George Bantz, who's a well-off amateur, and he's a new signing for Frank Warren.
Yeah,
And I'm not gonna lie, we'd done 12-round sparrings before my last fight about 3 weeks ago. From round one to the 12th, his power does not change. It's just there,
relentless.
constantly there. Yeah, and I I'm not. He's a good kid. I'm like he's gonna knock guys out, but he won't. I'm made of something next. I'm not made like a. We go gyms and spar kids. And my manager will say, "You better be head screwed on here because these have got a few knockouts on the record." And then after, I'm like, "Thought you said these hit hard." Like
So
I don't spar with head
where does you've had your five fights? Where does Marku sit in regards to power out of the five?
out of the five.
Yeah,
He is the hardest sitting out of the five that I've fought. But like I say, I'm sparring a kid that's not even 17 yet at my gym that hits way harder than Florian Marku.
yeah. And you think that's only sparring?
And that's only sparring. Yeah, so he doesn't hit as hard as what people think he does. I think people he's not fighting people. The only two people that Florian's fought that has fought back is me and Ryland Charlton.
Yeah,
And I thought Ryland Charlton did all right, but he waited too long to try out what he was trying. Like if he'd have gone in there from the beginning, Florian Marku, the 3-round fighter, if you get him fighting the way you want him to, after the 3 rounds he's done of swinging the power, he kind of blows a bit and he'll do 50 seconds work and then he'll move off. So as long as you can stick to him and keep it right on him, I think anybody's got a good chance of taking him. He's not got the best feet.
mm. Because what did you say about like the statistics side of it that you threw?
Well, he hit me 9 times per round with good eye catching shots. I hit him with like 21, 22 punches every round. I threw 67 majority of the rounds.
Hmm. So
So,
you, but the draw for you, and obviously for the judges as well, was based on your work rate and your output of punches.
yeah, well, I was working all the way through the round and he was only working for 50 seconds.
But
Like,
you'd definitely take a rematch, Jamie.
no, definitely. I believe now that I've already been in there with him the once and felt the way he moves, I'd have preferred him to fought how he fought Ryland Charlton with me, because he'd have fell into my game then.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So I'd definitely,
did
definitely
you
take that rematch.
did you did you say the team have sent over like stuff to his team to?
We've said from that very night, like we will rematch,
Yeah,
and we ain't hearing anything back. I don't think Sam Jones would want that rematch.
yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if we do get to see it again because
It would because I've already been in there now and already know what to expect. Where he got he got a guy that had done a 3 day research up on his opponent. I know he didn't have anything to do with like the research on me, but with his stature, he should have been knocking me out first, second round.
yeah, yeah. Well, let's see what happens next. Would you ever take Ryland Charlton?
Eh, I would, but he's not my weight anyway.
Just
Like I know
challenge, didn't
he come up to welterweight, which I ain't gonna lie, he looks like a pint-sized powerhouse kid, like a, a guy I know's just started training him, Carl, and the work that they're doing looks like they're ready to take over like welterweight. So
he? Yeah,
all good through him and fair play to him. Like I think he'd do good down there.
yeah, yeah. No, I think he will do well, and he's a nice guy as well, and he's
Yeah, but he's nice and compact. I think if he started doing what he did a bit later on in the round earlier, I think he would have got to him.
yeah, yeah.
Mine's just coming as well.
No, it's definitely one of those things, mate. And it'd be great if you can get back in there and prove people wrong because people do turn around, don't they, and say, you've got your loss and all the rest of it. So hang on a minute,
Yeah.
come on there,
Addy.
hang on a minute. But yeah, it's kind of one of those, isn't it? Where we'd love to see you put it right because, as you say, your punch output was far
Yeah.
more than his and all the rest of
Yeah.
it. So,
More.
so what are you looking for next, then, Jamie? What's next? Because you've already fought
But,
twice this year, haven't you?
well, I've fought 3 times. Well, yeah, I fought twice this year and I fought twice last year. I'm just, I would take anything that comes off the phone,
Yeah,
but I'm not a money fighter. I want to fight for titles. So I know that we're allowed to put some shows on within the next month or two. So I think my main goal would be to have a nice Stoke crowd,
yeah,
but I don't want to fight journeymen no more. So
no, no,
with the money that I would make off tickets, I would then put into an opponent. So the people from Stoke can sit and watch a good tear up
yeah,
instead of watching a bit of a bully match with a journeyman. I prefer watch them. Like everybody loved them fights where it's backwards and forwards, and that's all that I'm not in it to. I'm in it to win it, but I aren't one of those that would be heartbroken if I lost because as long as I know that I've give everything in there and people are cheering at the end, and I'm happy.
yeah, exactly, mate. As long as you put out the best performance you can, that's all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
matters, isn't it? And if you can
that's
do that
it.
on
Yeah,
home soil, there's no better feeling,
even
is there,
better.
mate?
Yeah, no better feeling.
Well, let's hope we get to see it again, Jamie, and hopefully you get out another sort of, well, there's no reason why you can't get out, say, another 3 times this year, really, is there? At least.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Like I would take pretty much anything that comes. I hate it. Like, I tell my manager all the time, if I aren't fighting, I'm feeling bad at home.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You need something to keep you motivated and keep your mind
yeah, I
on.
need something to keep me going.
No. Well, honestly, mate, I wish you all the best. And
Thank you.
honestly, I really appreciate your time. And stay in touch, Jamie, won't you? And
Yeah, definitely.
we'll get you back on when you've. Oh, mate, when we get that news that you get Marku again, because I don't think he's going to let it rest, mate. Honestly, been banging
I
on
think
about
they
it.
will. I think they will.
No, well, no, honestly, thanks for coming on, mate. And
No, thank you.
wish you all the best. And love to the family, won't you, mate?
I will do. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah. See you later.
See you later, mate. Thank you, Joel.
Take care.
Take care, mate.
Well, there we go. Jamie Stewart. He's a real character, and what he's been through in his life so far already. Yeah, really looking forward to him getting back in the ring. He's already fought twice this year, so we'll see how many more times he gets out and whether he gets that Florian Marku rematch that he deserves. So, yeah, you've been watching JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations, and we will see you soon, won't we?
Yep.
So, see you later.
Bye.